All right, so today we are going to look at transformations yet again, yet a different type of transformation. Today we're going to be looking at what we call stretches and compressions. So think of it this way. If you have a rubber band, you're going to take that rubber band and you're going to stretch it. So it's going to get longer or it's going to get tighter or however you want to talk about a rubber band like that. And then a compression would be like if you had a hula hoop and you were squishing it, you know, something like that. So you would be compressing it. I know those are circular, so it's kind of hard to visualize, but, you know, it's like taking a string and stretching it out. Or if you've ever worked with yarn, sometimes you can push yarn together and it kind of like clumps it up, you know, a little bit. So it's kind of that idea. So here, first, we're going to start by graphing our parent function. So y equals x. Parent function goes through the origin, not too steep, not too flat. But let's see what happens if we graph y equals 4x. Oops, didn't change that. So let's see, enter. Y equals 4x. So if you notice, the line got steeper. So I'm going to add the word steeper here. That's important. This is what we would call a vertical stretch because it's getting steeper. So it's like it's like taking the y-axis and stretching it out. So it got more steep. So then, of course, I'm hoping you would assume that if we graphed the next line, which would be y equals 1/2 x, you would see that the line got flatter. So we have steeper, let me change colors here. So we have steeper and flatter. So when it gets flatter, that's like compressing it. That's like taking it from the top and bottom of the y-axis and squishing it down, okay? So this is a similar situation. In this case, we would take f of x and we would multiply it times 3. So let's see what that would look like as a new equation. So we would take f of x, which is x plus 1, and we would multiply the whole thing times 3. So then we would end up with 3x plus 3. And it's exactly what you think it would be. When you multiply it times 3, it's going to get stretched because it's getting bigger. So let's see, if I graph x plus 1, oops. Oh, it's going to let me do that. Ah, lovely. X plus 1 is there. Now let's graph 3x plus 3. There you go. So now you can see it got more steep. And if you notice, the point there where the lines, or I guess the pivot point, I guess I should say, is -1, 0. So that would be the point where they are being stretched. So because we multiplied times 3, this is what we would call a vertical stretch. Because that's like taking this graph and stretching it up that way and down this way. So it's like going in both directions, up and down. So here we have another one. This time it's a third. So what do you think is going to happen in this case? It's going to be compressed. So let's see what we got going for us here. So I'm going to take 1/3 of 3x plus 1, or 3x plus 3, I'm sorry. So 1/3 of that would be x plus 1. So I'm going to graph both of these right here. So let's see, 3x plus 3 and x plus 1. There you go. Again, the first graph is the more steep graph. So in this case, it got flatter. So we can say it got flatter or less steep. Right? And because that happened, this is a vertical compression. it got less steep because that line got squished down. It got squished in. Remember, to compress something means to push it in or make it smaller. All right, here's another one. This one is a little bit trickier because we have, well, let's just look at this. So in this case, I'm going to graph the first one first, and then we're going to look at what happens, and then we'll talk about it, or I'll talk about it. So we have negative 1/2 x plus 1, okay? And now what I'm going to do is actually take that graph, and I'm going to multiply the entire thing times a negative. So then the negative slope becomes a positive 1/2 x, and then the y-intercept now becomes a negative 1. So if you notice, everything became opposite. So when I go to graph this guy, so we have 1/2 x minus 1. So I'm hoping you notice here that our intercepts flip-flopped. So kind of think of this as like your x-axis is like an imaginary line. And if you notice, this is the same distance from this. This is the same distance from this. So this is what we call a reflection. And it's reflection over the x-axis. And we know it's over the x-axis because everything that's happening outside of the parentheses is a vertical transition. So outside the parentheses is vertical, which means up and down. So it flips over that x-axis. It's like having a mirror right here. This is tricky, guys, I know. Okay. Now here's another one. If you notice, in this case, the 2 is on the inside. So wherever there's an x, we're going to substitute a 2x. So what this is going to look like is 1/2 times 2x minus 2. So half of 2x is x, so then it would be x minus 2. So because it's inside the parentheses, it's going to be a horizontal situation. So it's going to be a little deceiving because it's going to look like a vertical change, but it's really a horizontal change. So let's see. So I'm going to graph 1/2 x minus 2. There's our first line. And now I'm going to graph the second, which would be just x minus 2. So in this case, this is what we call, this is a horizontal change, okay? So because of the parentheses, that makes it opposite. I know it's very tricky, but because whatever we substitute was in parentheses, this piece right here was in parentheses, this makes it a horizontal change. So that means this graph actually went or became, I guess, stretched in this case, or actually it would be compressed because it's a 2. So it would be a horizontal compression because it's moving in from left to right. I know it's very tricky, so this became horizontal compression or more steep. I know it's yucky, but again, inside the parentheses, and I'll show y'all something, a trick to help you remember if it's exactly what you think it is or not and stuff like that. Okay? Here's another one. Now, again, it's in parentheses, so it's opposite of what we think it's going to be. So I'm going to take that 2, and I'm going to substitute 1/2 x for x plus 4. So this would be x plus 4. So before I graph it, I want to talk about inside the parentheses, we're multiplying by 1/2. You would think it would be a compression, but it's opposite of what you think. So it's going to be a stretch, and it's going to be a horizontal stretch. So let's see now once we graph. Hopefully it doesn't erase my writing there. Good. All right, so 2x, whoops, not y, plus 4. There we go. Now you should notice that the y-intercept isn't going to change, but the line should be getting flatter because that means it's going to be stretched out. It's going to be pulled away from that y-intercept. So here we go, x plus 4. It's a little bit flatter, so now this one is a vertical stretch, so it's getting pulled out in this direction and in that direction. So it's getting stretched out horizontally from left to right. It's getting stretched. It's flatter. All right, now this is another type of reflection. The last one was over the x-axis, so guess what? Because it's in the parentheses, it's going to be a horizontal change, so from left to right. So this is going to be a reflection over the y-axis. So let's see what this looks like as a graph. So we would have x plus 4. And then what we're going to do is change the x to a negative. That's all that's happening here. Negative x plus 4. And so you can see it reflected over this axis now because this is like our window, our imaginary line, the mirror. So it went from this line here to that one there, from this line here to that one there. So it flipped over that way. So this would be a reflection over the x-axis. So let's kind of jot down our little cheat sheet here. So anytime the change is here, so I'm gonna try my best to color code. This change here is a reflection over the x-axis. So when the negative is outside the parentheses, it's a reflection over the x-axis. So the opposite of that would be when it's inside the parentheses, so it would be this one. That would be still a reflection, but this time it's over the y-axis. Okay. Now we're going to talk about those a and b values. Let me pick a different color here so we can make sure it's decent. So now we have the a value. This is outside the parentheses. Outside is either going to be a vertical change, and it's either going to be a stretch or a compression. And it's exactly what you think it is. So if you're multiplying by a number larger than 1, you're going to be stretching something. It's going to be getting bigger. There's more. If it's you're multiplying by something less than 1, it's going to be compressed. It's going to be getting flatter. So I'm going to put flat here, and I'm going to put steep here. Okay. Now, last but not least, the B, which is this one here, inside the parentheses. So this one is the trickiest one of them all. So this is horizontal, and it's always opposite of what you think. But it's still a stretch or a compression. So this little cheat sheet I'm giving you here is going to be super handy. So if it's a change inside the parentheses, it's going to be a compression, but it's going to look steeper. So in this case, it'll be steep, and in this case, it'll be flatter or flat. So I want you to think about this also. There's this acronym that we use. I was debating on showing you, but I think I'm going to. It's called IHOD over. Kind of helps you keep these ideas organized. The I is for inside the parentheses. It's horizontal. It's opposite of what you think. And it's the domain that's affected. So it's the X values that are affected inside. While O is for outside, V is for vertical, E is for exactly what you think it should be, and then R is for range. So I can show you more about what this IHOD over thing means. These transformations are very tricky. I cannot lie to you. Just be patient with yourself. I do not expect you to be experts. Just give it your best shot. One more thing is you will need your password for the assignment for tomorrow. And that password is change. CHANGE, all lowercase. Change is your password. Okay? Have a wonderful day, ladies and gentlemen.